What risks do proposal teams take on when they rely on non-authorized tools? What happens then?
So I think there are probably 3 layers of risk, and they tend to compound and interact with each other. The first, and a very serious one, is data exposure and how your data gets used. So if your proposal content, that's win strategies, cost models, technical discriminators, basically the gold dust, your intellectual property, is processed through a tool that doesn't have proper data handling controls in place, you risk exposure, and you also risk indirect exposure. Like, for example, if the model is trained on your data ultimately is helping someone else, and you don't want to be in that position. I think this is true for both consumer-grade AI tools, so that's your ChatGPTs and things like that, but also government contractor-specific platforms that claim to be compliant but haven't gone through the authorization process, so might struggle to prove this level of compliance. Right. I think what you generally are looking for is a tool with completely closed down and secure boundaries. So that means all egress is controlled. Your AI models aren't making random unauthorized calls to rogue API endpoints outside of the boundary. Every egress from the boundary is vetted and controlled. And likewise, all the ingress is controlled too. So access is locked down to your corporate networks, your corporate devices. So you know that no one else can access or has that point of access to your data. And the second is compliance risk. So if you're flowing down from DFARS 252 or you're subject to CMMC requirements, using an unauthorized tool is literally a material gap in your security posture. I want to be specific here because using a tool that's assessed against the requirements there but doesn't actually carry the FedRAMP High authorization, in the eyes of a compliance officer, someone vetting this still is non-compliant. You don't have that authorization. It doesn't change that, a non-authorized tool won't have a marketplace listing. It doesn't change the answer when the auditor asks the question of hey, are all your tools at this level of compliance? The third one, I think you're best positioned to talk to this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think this is the one that people underestimate the most, right? That's competitive risk. So your technical approach, your pricing strategy, your teaming structure, that's the intellectual property that differentiates your offer from that of your competitors, right? So you want that data inside a boundary where the controls are verified. The authorization is documented and the security posture is continuously monitored, not just assessed once and left adrift. So, and I'll add a fourth as I'm thinking about it. That's opportunity cost, right? So every week your proposal team spends waiting for security approval on a tool that can't clear that bar, is a week they're writing proposals by hand, while their competitors are using AI to produce sharper, more compliant responses in half the time.
So you want to have the efficiency benefits of AI, but also of swift security approvals that you basically don't want to lose out on speed on either side of that.